انت تتكلم في العربية
Manhattan. مسموح.
تمام.
Y'all cut that out. Because I don't understand what you're saying.
No, I'm asking him what his name is.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay. So the point is, brothers, it's a blessing to hear y'all, man. And
you said it's me. Yeah, I didn't hear you well. I thought you said something else. You said it's me. Yeah, my name Yasha.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
I know what that is.
Okay, brothers, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. If y'all need me, I'm in the cut. I'm in the cut watching.
All right.
All right, brothers.
All right.
Yeah, for your information, the echo is when people are talking and somebody else open a mic, then it's an echo. That's why you hear the echo laugh. But I keep telling Terry to close his mic so he won't hear the echo.
That's not the type of echo I'm talking about. I said echo chamber. You ever heard that term?
No.
It's a term.
No, I heard echo like 3 times of the comments saying that they hear the echo. So I figured since you was on the bandwagon too, worried about the echo. My bad.
No, that's the same thing you do with scholarships. That's Google the term echo chamber.
Okay, we'll do that. We're gonna Google the term echo chamber because this is a non sequitur. A non sequitur is when someone brings up something that has nothing to do with the situation or the conversation at hand. Echo chamber has absolutely nothing to do with this conversation at all. You understand what I'm saying? But I thank you for introducing a new word that I have failed to teach my brothers and sisters. You understand? So let's look up echo chamber for those who do not know what echo chamber means, so we can see how these boys just throw words out there that are red herrings, that are distractions, they have to distract you, so you can pay close attention to them, so you can even begin to care about what they say. You understand what I'm saying? And it's really all just a bunch of mental mind tricks. But let's look up echo chamber so we can show you that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, and how an echo chamber has nothing to do with this conversation. An echo chamber. In discussion of news media, well, we are in discussions in news media. We're actually not news media, but social media. So I'll give him a half a point for that. I should have given him a third, really, in all actuality. You know what I'm saying? In discussions of news media, an echo chamber refers to situations which beliefs are amplified or reinforced by communication and repetition inside a closed system and isolated from rebuttal. Now, I'm going to show you why this has nothing to do with what we're talking about here. What he is doing is, the only person that is talking at this point is me and Karima herself is actually a moderator. So he's talking to me, okay? And I am not talking about beliefs. I am talking about facts. Everything that I state are facts. Okay, they're not amplified, but they're simply discussed. The only thing that is amplified and reinforced is the hatred and the disdain for what I am saying by the opponent or the opposition or the second party of the conversation. Okay, that is the only thing that is being amplified and disdain. Only thing that is being amplified and reinforced. The only things that are being amplified and reinforced is hatred and a bunch of logical fallacies that are being and gaslighting, and gish gallop that is being reinforced against me. Okay, in communication. Okay, And if my reputation, has anything to do with anything, that's not my fault because my reputation precedes me. Okay, nor is this in something that is being done inside of a closed system. It is on a public social media page that we open to the public, that we send all invites to even come up on the panel in the comment section, so anybody can get there. So it's not isolated from rebuttal, because if it was so, then Lex would not be able to have arrived there. And we invite anyone to come there. So it is not isolated, neither is it isolated from rebuttal. So this is another classic idea of how these guys just say things just to distract from the conversation. They bring new ideas that people do not know what they're talking about, and to grandstand and then turn around and gaslight you. Okay.
Yeah, we ain't worried about all that. Just go ahead and explain that. Are you gonna stay on the topic that we talking about right now?
Oh no, I just
Notice how Karima just caught him going off a topic. When people notice how you went off topic like that, you're responsible for a lot of logical fallacies, so many to where it's hard to even lump them up. You know what I'm saying? So I'll break it down. For one, he is doing what's called a diversion. Okay, and when you're diverting from the topic at hand in discussion and in dialogues and logical fallacies, that is called a red herring distraction logical fallacy, a red herring logical fallacy, or a red herring distraction. And what it is done to come with something like something a little more seasoned and a little more flavorful, to distract you from the total conversation that is at hand. You know what I'm saying? And it makes it appear to as though you know what you're talking about, and then when it's actually it's a distraction from the whole point that is at hand. And Karima saw him doing that. That is called a red herring logical fallacy, y'all.
came in. I heard y'all. I heard y'all talking about the great scholar Garfield. Y'all still mad at Garfield for beating up the Israelite doctrine?
No, this is something that actually happened today, I believe.
Oh, okay. What's going on though? What did he do now? Because I'm hearing a lot of ad homs, but I didn't.
No, you're not hearing ad homs. You're the only one in here that is attacking the people. You understand? We're having a conversation about why is Garfield attacking the people and not dealing with the conversation at hand, and then you come in here and start attacking the people and then accuse us of fighting back. You understand what I'm saying? And the truth of the matter is that I train my troops not to fight the person, always deal with the conversation at hand. Now, watch how everything that I deal with is always dealing with the conversation and the topic at hand. Anything personal where you dealing with the person, calling them dumb, unlearned, uneducated, what their problem is, none of that has anything to do with the discussion at hand. You understand what I'm saying? These are called ad hominem attacks. And when people do this, that's because they can't go there intellectually with you. So instead of choosing to attack you, they attack the subject. Instead of attacking the subject at hand, they attack you. And that is bad. That's a bad argument, and it's called a logical fallacy. That is called an ad hominem. That is what he does. And watch and see how many times that he does it throughout the conversation.
I didn't really hear what information.
Well, he was asking questions, and he wanted proof of the information that he was asking. But when they was showing his screen, when Apostle was showing his screen to show the information, Garfield wasn't showing it. He was reading it. We know that he was seeing it because he was talking about it, but he wouldn't show.
See, you see us, we keep talking about the information, and Garfield chose to attack the person by not showing the information. You understand what I'm saying? We're not dealing with the information. And he chose to attack and assault the person by refusing to deal with the information. Okay, that's called an ad hominem attack. Okay, the classic ad hominem attack. And this guy here is doing the same thing because he's supporting and validating Garfield, and he don't even know what the whole fight or discussion or dialogue that took place was about. He has to come to the lion's den to find out what the discussion was about, and he's at odds already without even having to hear the discussion. Right now, Karima is explaining to this man what is taking place, but he's just adversarial for the hell of it.
To the audience, and then he went on to another question.
Come on, man, y'all can't be serious, bro.
Yeah, they're talking about.
Y'all can't be serious, though. That's called gaslighting. Let me show you what gaslighting is.
Teach you how to spot a gaslighter.
Check out the link in this video description to learn more about that. But in this video, we're talking about gaslighting. Yeah. What is that?
So gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse. It's where a person doubts the reality of another person, leaving that other person very, very confused. Gaslighting is sort of a signature tool of the narcissist, and they're often engaging in it to protect their fragile egos, to keep the world in line with their own reality, with little regard of how much it hurts another person when we doubt theirs. So again, it's very much a tool of manipulation, of emotional abuse, of, again, second-guessing someone else's reality. And
You see, the psychiatrist clearly said that the people who does these things, this is narcissistic behavior, and the people that does these things are clearly displaying signs of emotional abuse. These are people who have been abused as a child. These are victims of child abuse. These are victims of child abuse. You know, it's clearly that anybody who gaslight people is clearly a victim of child abuse. So when they do it, this is how you could tell a gaslighter is a person who have been abused as a child or somewhere along in their lifetime.
Well, like when you begin to talk, how Garfield continues to cut you off and stuff like that, and then if you dare do it, you ain't got no decorum, all that kind of stuff. Instead of just allowing the person to dialogue with them.
Yeah, he's not very patient. Now, a lot of people is not very patient with the Israelites because they don't take. Person like Garfield doesn't, you gotta understand, he doesn't respect what you believe, so he doesn't have patience. He feel like he's talking to people that are intellectually lower than him. So
see, that's gaslighting. When you doubt someone else's reality, that shows a sign of being abused. And when you lived in Jamaica and in third world countries, you should see the abuse and neglect and how deprived these people have lived. And then they want to come to America and they want to beat us up, because of the jealousy, the envy, and the hatred that they have for us, because God actually has allowed us to live much better lives than them. And then they come here to America hating on us because God has been with us and not with them. It's just an abuse. It shows a signs of an abused, a desolate, abominable, a human being, one who has been abominated, you know what I'm saying, one who has been abused and desolated, all his life. And when he comes to America, that's his job to, once he felt like he has gotten or ascertained something, to backlash and to show y'all, the hatred that he has for you. You know what I'm saying? Because what the failures that his mother and his father had in giving him the life that he wanted to have.